this doesn't sound like a suicide to me, right? Your thoughts? I mean, it seems like this should have been a 2-question. You can't rule out suicide. Thank you. Move on. Adante?
You're spot on with that, with your analysis. I don't know why it keeps coming back to 10 to 12 inches, and to me it seems like it's getting further and further and further away. Although I will say this, when he used the ruler, that was pretty effective, and it gave us a visual of what 10 to 12 inches is, although still it was some distance away from the head. I do like the fact of his cadence, and he was definitely on a roll. But, you know, once again, I thought if I were him, the questions that I would have continued to harp on is that she talked to the detective. He relayed information that this young lady had expressed some type of suicidal ideation, that she had expressed some suicidal thoughts, and that she knew that before she made the report. Because in the cases that I've had before me in my experience of 19 years of dealing with wrongful deaths and criminal defense and so on and so forth, and trials, a medical examiner or a pathologist can amend the death certificate or their autopsy in order for it to reflect information they knew later or found out after they wrote it. So if they put this young man in custody for some other evidence that makes it lean more towards murder or an homicide and away from suicide, they would likely have communicated that to the medical examiner, and she could have amended her death certificate or the autopsy from undetermined to homicide. But she didn't do that. So that is going to me, if I'm the defense attorney, I harp on that, and then whatever the prosecution gets up and says, I'm going to say, look, the medical examiner knew that too, and she still didn't come down with it being a homicide. If that's not reasonable doubt and a reason for my guy to walk out of here not in handcuffs and chains, but instead a free man, what else is there that I can give to you as an attorney? There is nothing.